Well, hi there. Hi, everyone. I am here, relationship coaching live for you. Um, and I look forward to interacting with you. Today, we are talking about narcissistic abuse. I'm trying to reconnect. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm trying to reconnect to one of the Facebook accounts. So I don't know why it's not okay. All right. So hopefully it's streaming to all the platforms except for one of my Facebook accounts. So it's all good. So we were talking about narcissistic abuse last time. And okay, we have one viewer on YouTube. Hi. So we were talking about narcissistic abuse last time, and we were talking about how to spot a narcissist, when to, how to spot a female, the differences between a female and a male narcissist. So today, let's explore other parts of narcissistic abuse. I think that, let me see. Okay, here we go. So, the types of narcissists that there are, that's a very interesting topic because, hi, people from X, thank you for joining. So, there's different types of narcissists, and you have the grandiose narcissist who seeks admiration from others, brags a lot, wants special treatment from others, and their experts are getting attention. So that's one. The second one is the vulnerable narcissist who seeks pity from others, acts like a victim, experts and showing helplessness also. And then we have the worst type, which is not that there's a best type, but this is like the most hardcore one, the malignant narcissist. They seek to dominate others, lack remorse, acts like a parasite, and exploits other. And they are experts of manipulation. So sometimes I feel like the types of narcissists kind of like intertwine because I was with a narcissist and he went from like the grandiose, type of narcissist, like seeking admiration from others and bragging a lot. But kind of like sneaky brags, he was a known a celebrity. Um, a known celebrity, that's an oxymoron, but you know what I mean? Semi celebrity, because okay, that's just my assessment. So, and he also went to like the vulnerable narcissist, where he would actually seek pity from other people and be the victim of the relationship, which I know I was the victim, but he would act like the victim. So they kind of like reverse. They go from being the abuser to becoming and pretending to be the victim. So I find that sometimes all of these three types of narcissists that all intertwine. Give me your opinion in the comments if you want. Remember that the comments are always open for you guys to give me your opinion. So I'm trying to reconnect, by the way, on Facebook. Give me 1 second. I don't know why it is so weird that it's not doing its job right now for some reason. Sometimes I do through StreamYard. That's how I um, do the lives, and I think it's just like faulty at this point. And also on Instagram, I'm having issues. So we're streaming right now on X, YouTube, one of my favorite Facebook accounts, and on Twitch. Okay, so yeah, so those three types of narcissists, what they all have in common is that they all do the same types of things, right? They have the same types of signs. Like the main one, I think, for to catch a narcissist, to spot a narcissist, is the gaslighting. And so here I'm going to read what this website has on gaslighting. And they say, when called out, It's not unusual for a narcissistic abuser to deny their hurtful and controlling behaviors towards you, pretend they don't remember the events being described, or accuse you of lying or not understanding the way things really happened. This emotional manipulation tactic is known as narcissistic gaslighting. And what it is, it's designed to make you doubt yourself. All right. These narcissistic tendencies can make you more vulnerable to future narcissistic behavior and psychological abuse. So, what they do, and this happened to me a lot, like they would remember whatever happened, right? That you were there too, that they would remember in a way that would favor them, which a lot of us do that. It's a human thing to do. But what happens with a narcissist, they don't take accountability of their actions. And so what they do is the way they retell the story makes you look like the bad guy. So that's a bit, for me, that's like a huge sign of a narcissist. It's just, they just flip it, right? Where it's your fault. It's you who are the villain. It's you who are doing the manipulation, when in reality, it's them. So that's the main thing, I think, where you can spot a narcissist. Now, it takes time to spot this because it's hard to, when you're with a narcissist, it's really hard to understand what's happening, especially if it's a romantic relationship. It's kind because you want it to work. There's so many factors. You love the person or you're in love with that person. So you kind of excuse them, which I know is not great, but I've done it. I excused my narcissistic abuser for 3 years straight, 2.5 or two maybe, because the last few months I knew that it wasn't me. It was him. And I never say that because I do take accountability for my actions. But when we are with a narcissist, it's not the same. It's not like being in a relationship with a normal, not normal, let's not call it normal because what is normal, right? To a non narcissist who is able to reflect and take accountability for their actions. Narcissists will never, ever take accountability unless it benefits them. But if it doesn't, they will never take accountability for their actions ever. That's just the way it is. Or if they do, I remember that my ex would do, like, take accountability for literally 10 minutes, right? And then he would come back and do a rebuttal and be like, no, I didn't do anything wrong, and it was you. It's always, even when he went to the therapist, instead of taking accountability for his actions, he the therapist was obviously terrible, because what he would do, allegedly, I don't know if this is true or not, maybe he was lying to me, that the this is crazy, that the therapist would tell him that the reason I felt I was being abused was because I was abused as a child. So they're putting the blame on the victim. So you see, that's a terrible therapist. I don't know who she was, but terrible. You don't do that. A therapist, yes, is supposed to support you, but they're also supposed to make you realize, what your actions truly mean and how they affect others and how they affect you, right? So that would be like a good therapist, but this one was not. So, and apparently, oh, they're very charming, by the way. So I think he charmed her, the pants out of her. So she was tainted. Yeah, they have kind of like an aura of um enveloping you into their little charm bullshit thing, right? But anyway, so that's number one, is gaslighting. I want to know, you guys, if you've ever been gaslit. I know that there's a lot of people on X right now. The only thing with X is you can only comment like as a reply to the live that's going on right now. So let me see on X if you guys can. Okay, there we go. If you guys can comment, that would be amazing. Oh, thank you, David, for reposting the post, my post. Thank you so much. So yes, you guys, there's room to comment there. So if you guys want to comment, that would be great. And also, I see some people on YouTube. If you guys want to comment, feel free to comment. We're talking about narcissistic abuse to catch you up for those who just came in. And we were talking about gaslighting and how that, is something that they use, narcissistic abusers do use a lot. And it's the basics of it is it's always your fault, basically. That's how I see gaslighting. It's not me, it's you. So another thing that that narcissists do is very common. They ignore boundaries. Yes. It's common for someone who's a narcissist to test your boundaries or ignore them entirely. So see, testing your boundaries is to see how far they can go and manipulate you. That's why they test your boundaries. Someone with narcissistic personality disorder might read through your text messages. Yes, my ex used to like be behind me when I was on my laptop constantly and looking seeing what I was doing on my phone and everything. It was so annoying. So they might read your text messages, follow you around, or do things that you ask them not to do. One thing was whenever I was home, he was always home. Like he would never leave me alone, which was not good to be like 24/7 when you're home with a narcissist abuser, a narcissistic abuser. Um, Another thing would be like I do stand up, and so he would come with me to all the shows because he was afraid, I guess, to leave me alone, right? But he would come to all the shows, which was not fun. And so attempts to reinforce or set healthy boundaries with them, they will be met with arguments, anger. They do anger really well, or accusations, which again, part of the gaslighting, right? If you're experiencing this, you need to learn how to set boundaries with a narcissist, okay? So let's say that the narcissist is not a lover or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a spouse. Let's say that the narcissist is a parent, right? So let's say you can't get away from home at this point because you're a teenager, right? And so definitely talk to a therapist if that's the case, and they can help you set boundaries with the parent who is a narcissist. Um, and again, like we talked the other time, there's different levels of narcissism. It's not like they're all bad or they're all, so. There's like the selfie kind of narcissism, which is nothing. And then there's a spectrum, right? And then there's the malignant narcissist, which like will destroy you. Okay. They're like the cancer of the narcissists. So the boundary. So remember, gaslighting, it's always your fault, accusing you, twisting the stories to make themselves look like the hero and you like the villain, ignoring your boundaries. They will definitely step over the boundaries nonstop. And even if you set boundaries with them, it's very hard. If you are able to get away from a narcissist, definitely get away. If you're not a narcissist, usually they don't look for narcissists. They look for people who are empaths. They don't look for other people like that because they're going to play the game with each other and it's not going to work at all. And they kind of smell the blood. They kind of smell like when you're an easy prey. Like at the time when I met this person, I was quite vulnerable, and so he knew that and he smelled it, and it was delicious for him, right? I was the perfect prey. Not so much when I called him out on who he was, and I completely left because I just couldn't stay. It was destroying me, literally, physically, emotionally. It can actually have an effect on your health. I remember I got sick a lot when I was with him, and there's actually, I asked a doctor, and there is a reason why this happens, and it's because your body is too busy with all the emotional turmoil and doesn't pay attention to fighting the diseases that are the viruses or bacteria. So they can physically get you sick, and I felt also before I left, I told him several times, like, you won, you won. And he was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you won. I felt like it was a battle and he had won. And I was like, there's nothing else I can do. It's like you try everything. You try to reason with them. You try to set boundaries. You try to do, whatever, but they'll find a way to torture you. It was really torture being with this person. Wasn't all the time torturing, but there were magical moments, of course, but it was mostly torture, to be honest. And the thing is, like, people ask, well, why are you staying with a narcissist if you're not feeling well, good with them, you're not enjoying. And, they do the roller coaster where they're nice, they hook you into their game, right? They're like very charming, and then boom, they attack you. Because it's almost like they do gain your trust all throughout the relationship, right? So they can attack you and know your vulnerabilities, but they also play that game like a roller coaster, right? They gain your trust, they treat you nice, they're really sweet, and then boom, they attack you. And then, "Oh, I'm sorry, I love you, whatever." Again, I mean, it's like a roller coaster. And that roller coaster not only gets you physically ill, but it also emotionally defeats you. I felt like I was defeated. Like I had been in a war, and it was like, you know what? I don't want to fight anymore. And I wasn't even fighting. It was just, I couldn't take it anymore. So in that case, just leave. And I know that sometimes when there's physical violence, that's definitely talk to a therapist or seek shelter. There's men's shelters and women's shelter. Um, just please definitely seek help, because um, that's a very dangerous situation. So if you guys want to comment, if you've ever been with a narcissist, if you've ever experienced narcissism growing up, or with a parent or somebody else in your family, maybe a sibling, so you feel free to comment on my X. Okay, you guys can comment. I have my phone here and I can like answer or whatever. Um, so by the way, I you can, if you want, if you like me, I'm a comedian and relationship coach, so I will make the relationship coaching humorous, because sometimes we might talk about serious stuff, but I'll make it as fun as possible. And you can book 15 minutes of free relationship coaching, just to talk to me, even for 15 minutes. The link is in the bio of all my platforms, and it's going to be my Calendly. Okay, if not, you can go to my link tree. Let me create a banner for that. It's going to be, let me look. I have the link trees here. This is all a one woman production, you guys. So here is, on this link tree is the Calendly, where you can book a session with me. Okay. And here it is, the link tree, and you can book the free session. So we can see, how I can help you. If you want to continue, there's also bundle packages and merchandise that you can buy at the stateofgraceshop.com. You can buy a bundle package for relationship coaching. And speaking of the State of Grace shop, which I am so happy that I opened this website, because now you can buy t-shirts. I have tons and tons of t-shirts. A penny for your thoughts. Nah, make it 10,000. These are all called Grace Rules. I have desk mats. This one is my favorite. Make a long story short, shut up. How many times? For the narcissist, right? How appropriate. Make a long story short, shut up. Okay. And then this one, I have mugs also. Every cloud has a silver lining. Dump the cloud and sell the silver. And I have like literally like 15 um, Grace Rules memes on mugs, desk mats, and t-shirts. And I always add one more every week, or every 2 weeks. I add another one. Okay. So, and definitely you can get lots. I have a coupon now, let me tell you, where you can get merchandise. And you are the first ones to get this because I still have not promoted this. And the promo code, okay, let me tell you. Here you can get 25% off. And I'm going to put it here on these right here. Okay, so right here, 25, it's on the ticker at the bottom, 25% off any funny tees for you, sizes extra small to 2XL. And the promo code is Grace Shop. And you can buy it at thestateofgraceshop.com. I have lots of fun stuff there. And I also have digital content there. You can see some of my series. And I also have t-shirts, and I'm going to promote this the next time, but I give you the tea now. I am also, you can apply the 25% to t-shirts that are already on sale that I actually physically have here, and you only have to pay for the shipping. And they're going to cost you like, let me see, like 25% off, like $10, $11 or something, plus the shipping. So there's 3 of those, and I'm going to show you my shop. I love my shop. I'm so happy that I learned how to do this. Okay, so give me a second. But let's go back to the narcissists. Okay, so have you guys have experience with narcissists? I really want to know. I would love to hear from you and see if you do have any experience with narcissists. Let me share the screen right now. Share screen. Um, okay. Okay, here it is. And here's the state of grace. Okay. So you can see all the t-shirts that I have and everything. So let me show you, browse all. So, okay, so here are the relationship coaching bundles. Okay. You definitely get a great deal on that. Here are the t-shirts, the desk mats, the mugs, and they all have different um, Grace Rules memes. But let me show you the ones that I have in stock, and I would love to uh, just sell them. So here, this one's one, and it's sex addiction, compulsive use of erotica, constantly searching for partners and demanding sex. Isn't that called being a guy? That's I had these long time ago. And for women, excuse me, they're just jiggling, not agreeing with you. So those are my 2 favorites that I've had forever, you guys. And um, if you can apply the 25% off on these one, they will cost either 15, so minus 25%, that'll be like 3 plus 150, so that'll be like 1150 or something like that. So take advantage of those if you like them. And then the other ones also, you can get 25% off the merchandise. All right. So back to narcissistic abuse. So let me go back to the narcissism. Here, let's cover another. Let's see. So the other sign, okay, is, okay. So the other sign of narcissistic abuse is projecting. So instead for taking, and I'm reading this from a website and then we'll discuss. So instead of taking the blame for mistakes, a narcissistic partner or family member may project bad behaviors onto you. Okay. A common manipulation technique is called DARVO, DARVO, excuse me, which stands for deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender. By shifting blame onto their victim, narcissistic abusers can deny guilt and damage credibility. Let me tell you one little secret that I discovered after dealing with so many narcissists in my life. Let's say they say, "Oh, you are a pig." They're talking about themselves. You know why? I figured this one. Because remember Narcissus? He was like seeing his reflection, right? So it's the same with the narcissist. You're a mirror to who they are. So they will reflect who they are onto you. Oh, you did this. Oh, you stole this. You stole that. So A narcissistic accusation, a narcissist accusation is actually a confession. Write that down, you guys. A narcissistic abuser's accusation is what? A confession. That too. A narcissistic abuser's accusation is a confession. So that one has helped me so much because when they accuse me of something that I'm like, huh? You know what? Where'd you get that from? I'm not like that. I didn't do that. I'm like, you are confessing what you did or who you are. So thank you for the info, right? So anyway, I try to keep these short for you guys. So, again, excuse me, if you want to have a 15-minute session, free session with me as a relationship coach, so here's the ticker. The first 5 who book it get a free session. Okay. And so it's 15 minutes. And if we're vibing and you're like, I like how you think, then we can do a half an hour free of charge. But we start with 15 minutes because, we kind of assess if this is going to go somewhere or not, right? If I can help you with whatever issue you're dealing with or not. So anyway, so my Calendly, you can find it on Linktree/Grace Fraga. And there you will see the Calendly book a relationship coach session. And you can go ahead and it's free. So how can you say no to a free session? And we'll just do it on Zoom, or actually I can do it on StreamYard here, which is actually more fun because it's more colorful. So we can do a session here on this platform, and free. It's free for you guys. So I love to help people, so I'm here for you. And if you like me, and you like my style, then you can buy bundle packages at thestateofgraceshop.com. All right, my loves, thank you so much for joining. I love it. I love all the people from X. Thank you for being here. And from YouTube, we got a couple. Hi, how are you? So here we are. This is my friend, Austin Powers. He's not the real Austin Powers, but he's so fun. Oh, thank you. Kisses for you. I love you. You're amazing. And you always make me smile and you make me laugh. So again, another thing, you guys, if you don't know how to do Calendly, feel free to DM me. Okay. Send me a DM. You have my permission to do that. And we will figure out a time. Okay. We'll just book it without you having to go through Calendly if you don't know how to do it. Or, I think it's even better if you DM me. Okay. I'll be happy to help you. I'd love to help you. And with that said, thank you so much for joining me, my loves. Thank you so, so much. And I will be back on Tuesday next week at the same time, 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Friday, I'm not going to be here because I have the State of Grace podcast on my YouTube. It airs live on YouTube. So if you subscribe to my YouTube, by the way, let me see. This is my YouTube, the State of Grace Fraga. You get a free gift if you subscribe. But you need to send me a screenshot because YouTube never tells me when people subscribe. It's weird. Sometimes randomly tell me one person subscribed and then 10 people subscribe and it's like they don't tell me. So send me a screenshot, DM it, and I will send you a free gift. So 2 free things. Free relationship coaching. Go ahead and DM me for that. And 2, free gift if you subscribe to my YouTube. All right. All right, my loves, have an amazing weekend. And I will see you on Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in and have fun. That's my middle name, fun. So have fun, you guys. Mwah.